Hey everybody, welcome to your November reading for my fire signs. The theme of today's reading is Amor Fati, which the concept of Amor Fati is to embrace our challenges in the same positive way that we would embrace our blessings. This is a reading for the collective, so as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. Let's get started here, fire signs. We have ears wide open. I love that fox. The storyteller and a deep breath. So foxes are sly. So there's a possibility that someone recently pulled one over on you. And maybe if you had paid a little bit more attention, if you had listened a little closer, it wouldn't have happened. I'm not getting that it has had a lot of negative ramifications or it will have a lot of negative ramifications, but I think that you need to sort of slow down when dealing with other people, maybe even signing contracts, entering into agreements, verbal or written. Make sure that what you're hearing is reality. Make sure that you understand what it is that you're getting yourself into. If this hasn't happened already, this may help you to avoid getting into a situation that you may not be fully aware that you're getting into. Again, it doesn't feel tremendously negative or detrimental. It may just be something that is a little bit annoying. So, if you could avoid it, you'd probably feel better about it. But if you can't, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. There may be some delays or things might take longer to come to fruition. But just try to pay attention a little bit more, especially when engaging with others. And it's funny that this storyteller comes up because I'm getting a little something different for this one. It sort of goes hand in hand with the first card. For some people, this may not apply to everybody. I do feel like they can be distinct challenges, separate challenges, but in some cases they can kind of go together. And in the cases where they're going together, someone's telling you a story and you're maybe not fully engaged or not fully paying attention. And you should, because the story that they're telling you is not, it's not all the facts. It's not the whole story. There are definitely pieces missing. And if you pay attention, you are going to pick up on what it is that's missing, and you're going to save yourself a bit of a headache. Lastly, deep breath. I get the sense that November is going to be a little bit crazy, or October might have been a little bit busy for you, and November may be an opportunity for you to actually stop and take that deep breath. The deep breath could also be associated with heeding the advice, embracing the challenges of paying attention, listening to the whole story. You could avoid a little bit of a headache and be patting yourself on the back for avoiding that. But again, none of it is tremendously negative. It just feels like annoying, sort of like if your flight was delayed or your rental car wasn't exactly what it was that you asked for. You were expecting a package on a particular day and it didn't arrive until the next day. Something like that. Nothing major, which is great. No big challenges for my fire signs this month. Let's see what else we have next. Unlikely, forgiveness, and yes. Immediately unlikely, I heard it is unlikely that this will be a difficult month for you. So that is fantastic. The forgiveness, I think that this has come up for you recently. You may need to forgive somebody else, but what I'm really hearing is you should be forgiving yourself. You should be having patience with yourself. You should be giving yourself the same grace that you would give a friend, a family member, one of your kids. That forgiveness should really be extended to you more than anybody else potentially on the outside. And yes, I hear there is potentially a challenge that comes up this month that at some point looks like it is not going to work out, but it will. It may not work out in the month of November. And if it doesn't happen this month, it will be pretty quickly or pretty early in December, I should say. But whatever the situation is, it looks like, you've lost hope and it's just not gonna come to fruition. But I think that this is saying, yes, it will. Just be patient. And do what you can. It will work out for you. All right, fire signs, let's get one more message on the challenges that we have heard about and that we might need to embrace. We have ocean, we have star, and we have bench. I think this is great validation for some of our previous cards. I think you are being guided exactly where you need to go. I think this reading is part of that guidance. I think that you taking a breath and paying a little bit more attention will also guide you. I think that you need to be patient because things ebb and flow, just like the ocean does. And even though they ebb and flow, the tide always comes in, the tide always goes out. Whatever it is that you're potentially not patient about will in fact work out for you. And I think the bench is just a reminder that you may need to rest a little bit this month. And that may be one of the challenges, that you feel like you don't have time to rest. But I think that you need to make your health, your mental health, and your sanity a priority. And you don't have to necessarily take a day or a couple of days off, but even if you just take a couple of hours to yourself to take a deep breath, to rest, recharge your batteries so that you can keep going, I think that would be beneficial for you, fire signs. I hope that you enjoyed your November reading. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.